What's up, Vault Hunters? So now we're heading back in, carry on our flak playthrough in Borderlands 3. We just made it through to Rhys's kind of base here, and we are now heading out to go and find the Atlas operative, aka Zero, aka my favourite character to play in Borderlands 2. So I guess it probably would have been cool to actually run the vehicle they just gave me, but I'm lazy.
Super fan! So, what do you think of our first corporate sponsors? I gotta say, so far selling out. We gave Maliwan
Great sponsor. Good work.
Screaming war meat, aka our followers. And they gave us a bunch of crazy high-tech guns.
So I wasn't.
They take the planet, they get Atlas, and we got the vault. So
Come on, guys, share the mic.
Whatever you got down there, you just keep doing you.
So I wasn't too sure about what Promethea would be like,
I hear you, beast.
because of the complete contrast to everything pretty much that we've ever experienced in a Borderlands game, other than Opportunity in Borderlands 2, which was a bit of a city, but it's still quite a small confined area, whereas this sort of whole planet is kind of meant to be skyscrapers, very futuristic city, and it looks fantastic. I thought it was going to be weird, but it actually plays really well and looks fantastic. A far better attempt at a futuristic city than what Destiny did in Lightfall. I was very disappointed with that, which basically just felt like generic Destiny space, plus some buildings in the background. Most of that looked like a bad player-made map, which was, yeah. I'm not going to rant on Destiny. I'm sure there'll be more of it, but yeah, this is much cooler, much nicer city. It feels epic in scale. It feels like there's lots to explore, lots of nooks and crannies, and that has been great. Like, I think all of the locations that they did in Borderlands 3, I guess I was apprehensive about all of it to an extent, but given how well they've done in the DLCs and lots of other different environments that have now, you know, been introduced to the Borderlands series, you know, I think they're doing a good job. I think that they make interesting spaces that have a sort of their own character and style to them. They feel like different locations to visit, and that's kind of what's important. You don't want just things to be feeling the same all the time. You want different kinds of geometry laid out in different interesting ways in order to sort of, you know, make you want to explore and, like I say, keep your attention locked in. And yeah, I definitely need help keeping my attention locked in all the time, as I'm sure you may have noticed. Okay. There are these guys. This was a crossbow pistol, wasn't it? Good. That I got, but then I bought a new one anyway. Because cash money.
They'll never learn.
First down of the day. It's going to be the last down of the day. We're not going down any more today. That was our last drop. We are going to play a bit smarter. Pay a bit more attention to what's going on.
Hi there! Welcome to No Roast for the Wicked.
That's what that is.
What can I get for you today? Yikes. Kinda put me on the spot there. So many different roasts. What's your favorite? Oh, you have got to try the Arcturian Super Black. It is honestly the most wonderful thing in the whole world. I'll have one of those then. 8, sugars, please. Lorelei, I gotta ask, you're so cheerful. How do you keep that up all day? Oh, that's just the caffeine talking. I'm a right nightmare otherwise. This one time we got robbed before the morning pot was on. I put an espresso scoop through the guy's throat. Here's your coffee.
Tape needed to be at the start of the section. Gonna just cut into that. Frame drops there. Hello! The little quips that they stick on the character names, some of them are not so good, but a lot of them are really cool. And then the little names, like the name of the coffee shop just now, just like the sort of branding of things, just clever little things. So this is too close for this voice thing as well. I'm not sure why they sort of stack these. I know they have people talking a lot.
Something familiar about that.
Before I found that vault, Atlas was lagging behind the other guys.
That's Zero. He used to be a Crimson Raider like you. Wondered where he'd ended up. He's
Stay
always
dead.
been a little cryptic, but he's as deadly as they come.
Yeah, but he just speaks in a bit of a different order. He's just like a Yoda. He tends to say what he thinks.
Let them hear your rage.
Or at least that's the relationship that we have, you know. I can't speak for Lilith.
But yours was thrilling.
Definitely think I'm going to try and dip for a bit of farming at some point. Try and just keep the gun rotation pretty good. Like, it doesn't take long to farm anything in Borderlands 3, like, unless you're really specifically going for something on an anointment. Did I not get that yet? And the anointments, it's a funny system. Like, you mean, I get that that's the thing that they tried to bring in to do, like, you know, do the proper kind of looting experience, but I just don't feel that was the way to do it. And I think I would have preferred if there was just more kind of decisive decisions in the gun selection they made for legendaries, and then legendaries would have those specific anointment perks that we would be after, rather than having those on sort of any gun. I think I preferred the Borderlands 2 system where you had, you know, a gun had a specific boost to melee damage after, like, on the random or something, and then that's the gun you would want to apply for, say, a specific melee build with Amora, rather than have, you know, any gun that could apply to. I think it makes more sense. I mean, it's tough to decide, but I think I would have preferred wider variety in the guns in general, you know, than just having a handful of guns people are going to go for, and then just, you know, everyone's going to run that gun with the anointment. Oh, I lied, I got distracted. That doesn't count. I was distracted. We were, you know, talking pretty in depth there, so that didn't count as a down. Everyone just erase that last few seconds from your memory, and we'll all be fine.
Eat them alive.
Told you to forget about it. No downs to that. Okay, from now on, from this point, no more downs. Yeah. We all agree. I messaged you. We got that one. These guys with the cloak can be pretty tricky sometimes. See, now, I don't know if you've been watching my other playthroughs, but I currently have 4 Borderlands-ish playthroughs in the mix. We're doing simultaneous playthroughs on Borderlands 1, 2, and 3, and on Wonderlands. So I'm dipping between each of those games, along with other things I'm doing for content creation. But with those sort of jump-betweens, you can see the difference in a lot of different decisions that were made in the game's sort of one thing or another. And in Wonderlands, I was making a point the other day that they label enemies as badass, which are just, they're pretty normal enemy. Like, they don't seem like they really take all that much with a standard weapon. So the badass I just took out He didn't take too much to take out, but keep in mind that I'm using one of the best guns in the game on that guy, so that was a similar kill time than just, I think I just had a normal green gun or something on the badass right at the start of my Wonderlands playthrough. And it just shouldn't be that. It should be more of a challenge, unless you have, you know, an exceptional piece of kit. And that's the point of the exceptional piece of kit, because that's the thing you pull out because you need to get crazy damage out. That's your heavy weapon in Destiny 3. You have your heavy weapon slot. That's your gun you pull out because you need to get something down quick, and then you switch back to your other kind of tools, other kind of guns you have in rotation, just to, you know, keep plugging through the enemies. But, you know, you would have legendary drops pretty rarely, and then that's what makes that special.
That's the sword upgrade. I need it for our mission. I'll trade you for it.
I don't know, Zero. You see, I just got the sniper you're about to give me somehow. So, and this one's level 10. What are you gonna offer me, man? Seems like it's gonna be a hard deal to strike with someone who just got it. Oh, look, a null pointer level 10. So that's a 225 gear score. What was my one? 225 gear score. Like, to be honest, those might be completely set stats within the same level, but that's kind of weird, right? Being able to just get two of those in a row like that. But I'm feeling generous, and Zero's my boy, so he can enjoy that. Plus, you know, I don't have a sword, so. I need to have a look at this stuff at some point. Like,
Hey,
haven't really taken that back in yet.
Stealing my tech. What's wrong? Atlas not cutting it anymore? My offer still stands.
So we can give him a stash.
It's not too late to come work for Maliwan. And you must be the Vault Hunter Tyreen warned me about. You know what? I don't even have to.
Definitely feels like he should have him a stash. Like, maybe that's sort of something they could have brought in as a joke, because Rhys is obviously very proud about his siege mustache, and working on that pretty hard. It would have been quite funny for that guy, whose name is escaping me right now. Naka, no, that's not right. That's the scientist. That guy. Yeah, it'd be funny if, like, during the course of the banter between him and Rhys, like, by the end, he's got some super fancy mustache that he's grown, and Rhys is all kind of jealous and upset about it. That could have been a fun way to go. But I think they did pretty good with implementing Rhys into this after Tales from Borderlands. It does seem like a different Rhys, but I don't remember that car.
So we will
Why
crack
can't I drive
open
this thing?
Maliwan's
That's
head,
cool.
look around for secrets.
That's cool, man. No, we're not going down anymore today. No, thank you.
Death smile. Make me proud.
That's a bit chunky. Massive oversteer on my end, but hokey dokey. We gotta go deal with Gigamind at Spaceport. Okay, now we can get this going, and let's actually use the Cyclone we were given. I don't know if I have any. Yeah, I got some extra goodness on that. That's pretty cool. Let's do that. Red tires are cool, man. Oh. The wall came out of nowhere.
This takeover won't be hostile for long. Atlas and Maliwan, we're hashing things out the corporate way. Rhys doesn't get it yet, but when this is over, we'll all be one titanic happy family. There's small stuff, Vault Hunter. Not worth my time. As with my
AI on stuff like that is always going to be a bit challenging, but I think that I've not really ever seen the AI doing anything too weird or stupid with the vehicle combat, so that's a bonus. The last thing you want to do with things like that is bring those in
Glad
and
to have you back.
just have
It's time
you know,
to fight.
just poor performance and just kind of pull you out of the moment with like vehicles that are just slamming into walls constantly. But
Expect tense resistance.
I mean, I think that's probably always been fairly consistent with the Borderlands games. The tech, like the programming for so many of these games is really, really good. They do so many little things that most companies wouldn't do. They just wouldn't bother with. That just sort of help bring things out kind of in the moment. Like really, really small things. So I was talking to a friend today after they'd watched some of my Borderlands 1 playthrough. I'm right at the start where you meet Nine Toes. You have a little arena fight there. And then as you leave, there's just a little elevator. You know, real simple little thing, but instead of just there being a ramp or a door opening, you know, they've bothered to program just a little elevator just to get you back out of the arena, and that's on the first boss, like a nobody character. And that's just very, very cool to have, you know, effort put in, and just little things that kind of just help the game feel like active and alive. That's some of that. I need it. Get him, Mr. Chu. Get him, Mr. Chu, and I'll finally get around to actually giving you your name, which I still have failed to do since we started this. But I know how to do it now. I remembered how to do it. Because you have to do it in the character respec machine, like the new U stuff. Kaput. That's you done. That sounded like, yeah, we got his legendary there, which is pretty crazy assault rifle. Oh no, we didn't get his. We got a red card. We got a shield still. That's nice, but I don't need a legendary on every boss. But that's fine.
I will keep it separate from the others.
We got a hidden chest in the cupboard here. Oh, semi hidden. Hidden if you don't look. Take some more things to sell. Have a little check back at my. Once we get back, we'll just check out how things are going. Just switch of equipment.
Not satisfied with running underfoot,
Also need to keep an eye on the time because this is going to be a slightly shorter session today.
So I made 11 quick little cuts to the family tree.
See now, Katagawa, that guy, this is the attitude that exists in the corporate world, the hostile corporate world of the Borderlands games. That comment there where he's killed 11 of his brothers and sisters because he wants to be in charge. That's the cutthroat attitude and the viciousness of these characters, and that is who Handsome Jack was. Handsome Jack was the epitome of that. This guy is, you know, this guy's a nobody compared to that. And they tried to take that away from Handsome Jack's character by making him into some fluffy, just kind of general guy who just, you know, got a bit frustrated and then became a little bit rough around the edges. No, his entire life and his career, he would have been making cutthroat decisions. He would have been sharpening that tool of being, you know, evil, being like a real bad guy, just like Katagawa was trying to. Katagawa is just a poser in comparison, but you get to see there what the real mindset and mentality is meant to be in the character of these people.
Welcome back, Vault
And it's
Hunter.
such
Why do you smell like
it's such a
brains
shame
and fried
that
circuitry? You know what? I don't
Borderlands, like
Call
Gearbox,
Rhys, let him know you
thought
got
that
the
they
job.
could cash in a bit more on the game by, you know, pulling Jack back in for the pre-sequel, and just, you know, just for a cheap way to try and get sales. It's just, they could have done so many more things that would have been so much better, and that's just one of the reasons that I'm not a fan of the pre-sequel.
I have it.
Even the way
But
they
you must
dealt
promise
with
to help us get to the
Jack
vault.
in Tales of the Borderlands was a bit better than the pre-sequel, but even there, like, it's not the character that Jack is in Borderlands 2. That is a different handsome Jack.
But I've got my company to look out for.
Disgusting
Perhaps
behavior.
my beast would enjoy this brain as a snack.
Wait, oh, okay, fine. I rebuilt Atlas from almost nothing, and I will do anything to keep Maliwan from taking that away. I swear on this company's future that I will help you find and open the vault.
That's as good a promise as any, killer. Give the man what he needs.
Yeah, we'll give him that.
I have never seen Rhys squirm like that. You're really something, Vault Hunter.
Stand right here. Hologram can still hear you, and Hollow Rhys has feelings.
So now, even right here, we have, in Tales of the Borderlands, and in this moment,
Everything up in there.
the answer to what they could have done with pre-sequel. Because they could have had Jack in charge, him doing all this stuff, and you could have had a low-level guy like Rhys Strongfork. I think that's his name.
Some leads. Planet called Athenas?
Athenas.
I'm just going to let them finish talking, and then I'll
Vault Hunter,
clean up
come
my
up
little
to
rant.
Sanctuary.
Great work. You do that. Rhys, out.
Peace out, Rhys.
Okay, so you saw a corporation that was getting curb stomped by a way bigger and cooler corporation, and you said, I'm going with Team Loser Stash? Come on, work with me here, superfan. This whole beef over the vaults has been getting mondo views, but it's got a shelf life. Specifically, when you die. So, try to keep it going, maybe find some better allies? Just a suggestion. Later.
I like Tyrant. Yeah, so they had their answer right there in Rhys, because they could have easily had the whole premise of pre-sequel the way that they did it, which was already a contorted, a bit of a confused setup, because... Wait a minute, what am I doing? Because that obviously wasn't the original plan, but they, you know, they changed stuff to fit being able to make a new game rather than continued DLC for BL2. But they had in Rhys a character that they could have used and been like, okay, so Jack's in charge, there's all this stuff going on, he's doing all this, and a low-level employee like Rhys could be a more honest guy, a nicer guy like Jack is in that. And he could be just trying to do the right thing and trying to help us out, but at the same time also kind of in a conflict between trying to, you know, do that corporate thing. He's been looking to climb the corporate ladder and, you know, get up into the upper echelons of the company and be, you know, make it be a person, because he's obviously in that system already. Like when we meet him in Tales from the Borderlands, that's kind of who he is and what he wants to be. But through the course of that game, you could have had this character arc with Rhys where he sees what Jack is really like. He sees how much it will cost, how much he will have to give up, how truly vicious he will have to become in order to see his dream as an upper employee at Hyperion. And then that really could have made for some interesting dialogue, some interesting story where he's seeing this in real time and, you know, just being like, man, I can't do this. This isn't who I'm gonna be. I don't see this. But instead, you know, his eyes turn to this new thing of being, you know, a bit of a Vault Hunter, raider, like a freedom fighter, someone who's going to stand up to Jack and Hyperion, and then he is then a corporate defector from Hyperion that then becomes like this whole other kind of angle to things, because now you have someone who has this deep inside knowledge of the way that Hyperion works and things that they do and how they get up to them and how the employees will think and stuff. And he would then become an ally to us and be a completely different angle. And I don't think we have that angle properly with the game yet. The closest would be Timothy, but Timothy was never in that same kind of role. Timothy was just a body double that Jack was employing for that specific purpose. He wasn't actually like a corpo. So yeah, I think that there's just so many mistakes, so many kind of, you know, balls that have been dropped in the story so far, and it's very often that it seems that the writers at Gearbox have lost quite a bit of love and passion for the series, and instead are going for easy moves, easier things with sales, and just not taking the time to kind of really feel like what is the best way to deal with their characters. So I really hope that a lot of that is corrected by the time we come around to Borderlands 4, and we see some new content. I really hope that we will see them to start to, you know, think things through a little bit more and have more care for, you know, what has come before them. Rant over. I feel like, did I go past the fun leopard skin thing? I feel like wearing that. Oh, there we go. That's a good combo.
A predator with flair.
Right, let's go talk to Lilith. I've got time to do a few more little tick-offs here. And maybe get set up for the next thing, but not too much more. But this is really, you know, it's nice coming back into this now, having had a bit of time between the titles. Oh, okay. And then, you know, like I say, doing a simultaneous playthrough at the moment with Borderlands 1, 2, 3, and 4 and Wonderlands. It means I'm kind of seeing everything all at, in equal measure, and, you know, really kind of feeling sort of a lot of the differences.
Loiter? So how was Promethea?
A jungle of concrete and neon. Atlas is on its last gasp.
Help Rhys when we can. Right now, we've got to get to Athena's. I've got a friend there. We should see what she knows. Claptrap, tight broadcast to Athena's. Call sign Sapphire.
And comms open!
Lilith! What are you... Oh, damn it! Bad time?
Yeah, kinda. I'm guessing you're calling for the same reason Maliwan's trashing our monastery? Well, I don't have it, but I know where it is. Hey, get here soon or you'll miss all the fun. And by fun, I mean getting bulldozed by corporate murder squads.
Maya. She can hold her own until we get there. She's a siren and as badass as they come. Hell, maybe we can convince her to join us.
It would be helpful to have another siren on board. Besides you, Lilith. I was still counting you.
Oh, more ladies on Admiral Claptrap's love ship. Everyone's looking at Claptrap. Oh yeah.
Love Claptrap.
Set a course for
He always
Athena's.
knows what to say. Right, here we go. Let's get to Athena's. Get front seat for this. It's going to be really cool to see what we get in the next game. I would really hope that we get a Sanctuary 4 where things have progressed a bit more, and now they have, you know, an even bigger ship that's, you know, even fancier than this one, and you know, we still do things in a similar format for this as the hub area. I think this is a really cool idea, but yeah, it'd be nice to just, you know, have something fresh in that front. Yeah, drop pod, that's right, I know what I'm doing. Just need to check the time. I'm just trying to think. I've probably got enough time to get to Maya, so I will meet Maya. We won't get much further than meeting up with her, but I'm going to get to there, and that's going to be my stop point for this session. I am doing a playthrough of Borderlands 2 with Maya at the moment. I haven't played Maya in basically forever. I haven't. She's probably the character in Borderlands 2 that I spent the least amount of time on. So I'm having a lot of fun re-engaging with that and giving her a playthrough. If you're interested in that, then obviously keep your eyes on the channel. Okay, Athenas is a really cool planet. I think I like all the play spaces, as I probably have kept saying.
Come find me in the market quarter. A battalion of Maliwan troops are trampling my home, and I'd appreciate some help. You know, killing them.
But this is it's definitely one of my favorite areas in Borderlands 3. I really love the aesthetic. I'm very much into kind of Asian architecture and just those kind of backgrounds. They've sort of done a cool thing here where they've leaned into that. The really kind of spiry mountains, the sort of cliff top kind of escape, the Tibetan monk style deal, sort of all tied in together. So we've got this sort of Asian spiritual retreat, but in the sort of slightly sci-fi setting. It's a nice crossover. A lot of the assets around here are used again in Bound for Blood, or Bound by Blood, however that DLC is. And that's really cool to see a lot of them reused, but I think I would have been very happy to have Athena as a chunkier area to play in and explore. It is the smallest area in the game, and like I say, one of the coolest. I lied! Actually, did I drop down again before that? I forgot. I get carried away with talking and forget my promises to you, so I just want you to know that I accept my... Oh, and we're fully KO'd as well. I accept that I am a bad person, and I apologise to you profusely. Please do not hold it against me. I will try to never make it happen again.
Ready for a fight?
Next time we play, next session we won't have any downs. Next session it's gonna be golden. The whole thing. I just put on a new shield there. Obviously, you know, I must have got confused. But we'll get it next time. Probably. Maybe. Alright, okay, pay attention. Pay attention to what I'm doing. Got like a bit more of a level discrepancy now as well, because we come in and just overlooking that. So we are now facing level 14 enemies, still at level 10. So it probably would have been wise for me to do a little bit of work around the Promethea just to try and get my level up a wee bit. Let's see what other... I think we've got this null. Let's see if we can actually even aim this thing. Feels twitchier than I was expecting. But that's the downside, unfortunately, of not having an ADS speed. Wait a minute, there is an ADS speed modifier, and but there won't be for a scope. Yeah, ADS at 8. I think I still want it at 8 for most of my others, but it would be nice to have, you know, a zoomed speed, because it is very different when you're trying to use a weapon like this over range. I might hit one of those in a minute. I mean, I guess if I keep firing, you know, eventually the odds will be in my favor. If I just keep shooting, I've got to hit something eventually. So we'll just keep firing as many bullets as possible. Let me go back to my Hawk in here. Still my gun of choice out of the selection I've picked up so far, and still probably doing the most work as well. It is a beast of a gun, despite having had some nerfs to it well before now. Ooh, I was trying to sneak me in. I was trying to get my buddy.
Quiet. I'm here.
There's a good boy. I still didn't name you. I'm such a liar. I said I was going to do that. I don't think there's a new U station here. Built so bad. there's a Typhon de Leon terminal behind me. Oh, Null Hounds. Yep, it's our first look at Null Hounds in the game, I think. The Null Hounds are a pain because they can stop things from working. There's one up here anyway. Okay. Yeah, there we go.
First time I saw Siren was my trip to Athena's, and she was the queen. See, after I found the vault, Atlas paid me a buttload to lead a peace envoy. Later, I found out those bastards had slipped some spies into the envoy to steal Iridian artifacts. Now, I ain't no look, but for the record, I didn't steal nothing from Athena's. Typhon's honor.
Phase lock and load. What's up, girl?
So you're kicking ass with the Raiders. Guess Lilith had to replace me eventually. Ready for some more action?
That's why I'm here. Asses. And kicking them.
Thought so. Follow me. We'll meet up with my apprentice. If she hasn't gotten herself killed. The fragment's sealed inside an Iridian anchor hold. The whole monastery was built around it by monks who think it's sacred.
That's disrespectful.
Maybe it is.
I'm sorry about
right
that,
now,
Maya.
It's attracting the wrong kind of attention.
I'm trying to train him.
I came back from Pandora to protect this place. That was working out pretty good until Maliwan found us.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk with my girl through here.
Attention, stupid pacifist monks! This is Oppressor Trant. It's not just a title, oppression is my profession. Athena's is now property of the Maliwan Corporation. No trespassing.
Ugh, that's Trant. Real pain in my ass. So far, he hasn't been able to get into the anchor hold, but let's not rely on his incompetence.
I got a couple more minutes. We're gonna clear this next area. Just to get a bit more out of this session.
You think I'm doing this because I enjoy terrorizing you, but it's actually to make
Trump's
you
funny.
proud of me. He's a general, you see, and I got a huge inferiority complex about it. So if I have to burn down your entire monastery to impress him, then so be it, you know? You get it, right? You get it.
Secure the square. Once it's safe, we'll ring the bell of peace so the monks can let us through.
This is Captain Tron's personal log, and if any of you statue polishers are listening to this, you're gonna get what's coming to you. Why do I always resort to taunts? Because when I was a little kid, everybody used to call me Little Sammy Trant. I'd scream, "My name is Samuel Trant," with an R, but they'd never call me by my real name. Well, I got real good at taunting real quick. It's been my most loyal weapon ever since.
Hey, what are you hiding back here for? Help me! Or just whatever that was. Thank you very much. Nice, we got our level up there as well, so that's good. That's giving us a bit more purpose to the session. Let's get this cleaned up. Alright. So on the big heavies around here, the crits on their little power pack, if you want to call it that, to boss versions of this sort of enemy type as well, I believe. Not sure what grenade I got on the moment. That was just a bouncy one that leaves other little mines around. There we go. It's pretty much cleaned up. No. I'll just take myself out. I felt bad for them. Nice. Cool. Right, I just got a...
Coast's clear. When we're not at war, the bells of peace ring all hours of the day and night. It's kind of a nightmare, honestly.
Quite like the sort of style change they did to Maya in this. Wasn't too sure at first, but I think it's pretty cool. I kind of feel like maybe they should sort of kept some more yellow in there. Like, she's got a lot of white on the outfit. Like,
Ava, are you
they
still
could have gone
guarding the
with her
library?
yellow a bit more, but she was clothed in
Definitely at the
BO2.
library, because you told me to stay there. Here, because it's where I still am. That was a book. Gotta go buy.
Ugh. Keeping Ava in one place is like holding on to Quicksilver. But that's why I took her in.
Either she was gonna get herself killed, or maybe I could train her to, you know, survive.
Attention, monks of Athenas! This is Captain Trant. Surrender the vault key fragment immediately. We're gonna downsize your stupidly serene planet. That means we're gonna blow it up. God, I love this company. Form and function.
So we obviously got our little introduction there to Ava. I will be doing some ranting on that at some point. I will be doing specific videos that do touch on stuff to do with Ava. But I'd like to point out that at the very first moment we meet Ava, and for a fair little bit of the start of meeting her character, she seems pretty cool. She seems fun. She seems like a typical cheeky kind of teenager. And that's, you know, it's sad that her character goes the way that it does. But I'd like to point out, just for balance, that, you know, in these early parts of getting to know her, I think that she actually had a lot of potential to be a very cool character. And I do hope that they figure out a way to redeem that. But at the moment, they, I don't know, they just drove her into the mud, in my opinion. But we're going to leave it there for this session. But thank you very much for joining me. I hope that it's been a bit of fun. If you'd like to see any more content like this, please do stick around. Please do support my YouTube in all the standard ways. And I will catch you really, really soon for more Borderlands content. Take care. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.